We're back with another episode. I have nothing. Nothing. Don't make me
close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore.
stay in my arms if you do.
Must I imagine you there?
Don't walk away from me.
Don't you dare
Walk away from me.
you bitch.
Woo! Welcome back to the Face Off, everybody.
Welcome back, y'all.
It's your two favorite podcasting ladies.
Absolutely. Alyssa is a nut. That's all I have to say. She is a pure thoroughbred nut.
Cashew, for sure.
Oh, Jesus. How was your week this past week?
It was fine, I guess. I've been just stressed. There's a bunch of stuff. It's like,
Why are you stressed?
as soon as May comes around, there's 8 million things to do. I feel like every single year. Mm-hmm. There's so much going on. I helped host a bridal shower yesterday.
How was it?
It was really good, but I did this fun thing called be an anxious wreck all the time when I have to like plan or am in charge of anything.
Yeah.
That's not for me. So yeah, and like the friend that's getting married is the first one of, well, she's not the first one of my close friends getting married, but she's like maybe the second. We just don't do a lot of weddings and marriages and stuff, so I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what married people want or do or how bride things work. So, but it went well and it's fine now. And now that it's over,
Y'all weren't on the porch though, right? Y'all were inside
on the porch
in the AC.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
remember last week you guys were on the porch listening to music.
Yes, no, there was a balcony. I stayed clear off of it. It's been so hot in Texas.
Seriously, it really
Unnecessarily hot.
Yeah, for no absolute
Someone
reason.
has turned up the oven. I don't know if we're the first layer of hell.
I think so. Has to be.
Something's going on, but no,
Has
we were
to be.
inside. I was in the AC the entire. The people at the restaurant, it was cold in there, and I was fine. I didn't complain, and I'm always the coldest one, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything. It's fine. And then it got hot, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And I told them, oh, it's so hot in here. And one of the ladies working there was like, oh, we turned up the air. Do you want it back down? Yes.
What? Like, restaurants should always be cold. It's just
It
like
should be
doctor's
cold.
offices. Yeah, just
Crazy
always
people.
be cold.
I'm
That's
sweating my
crazy.
ass off in here.
Man.
And
no.
I forgot to put deodorant on. It was a whole mess.
Oh, listen, that is a mood. Like when you forget to put deodorant on and then you were
Ruins
just
the whole thing.
Yeah, you were self-conscious the whole day. Like the only good thing about working at the hospital is that they used to have the little, I don't know if they have it now because I don't work there anymore, but the roll-on deodorants on the neuro floor.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the neuro floor. You can go in there and just like blah blah blah
Dude,
blah blah bloop, bloop,
One
bloop.
of the best things about working at the hospital is you have everything you ever need.
You
If
do.
you need something, toothbrush, toothpaste,
A comb,
yeah,
socks,
you're good to go.
underwear, pads, a whole new outfit,
Scrubs.
Yes,
I'm telling you, anything you can need, you got it.
absolutely.
But it
It's
was
like a
fun.
free little Dollar Tree.
Little goodie bag. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
final week. Nothing to complain about yet. How was your week?
My week was pretty cool. I mean, it was into again the layers of hell at work, but other than that, it was okay. I won a little gift basket at work, which was
What? They know you're trying to leave.
cool. Well, the thing is, I'm not trying to leave. Definitely not. No, I'm staying on this job for forever. Yeah, definitely staying. Anyway, but they were like, they made this thing where they were like, oh, it's for nurses appreciation and blah blah blah, and they just, of course they put ancillary in there. So they're like, oh, we're gonna just call random people's names, and of course I decide not to go to the meeting because I'm like, it's 4:00. Like I'm not going. And then all of a sudden I get all these messages. Oh my God, congratulations, Monica, congratulations. And I was like, what the hell? And I won. I was like, oh, let me try to log on.
Yay.
So I was like, oh, I was in the bathroom.
What'd you win?
I won like a popcorn basket or some
It's
crap.
like the shittiest.
Yeah, they were giving out like meats and cheeses and salamis and
At
stuff.
least you
and I
didn't
was
win
like,
a meat basket.
I was grateful I didn't win that because I was like, I'm vegetarian, so I'm not gonna eat this. Can I trade? Like, but
no tradesies.
I know.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, they did hospital week celebration.
Oh yeah.
You know how they usually have a bunch of food trucks for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, they scrapped that.
Ooh.
I don't know if inflation just got too high or
Gas prices.
Usually at the hospital they have like probably 5 or 6 different food trucks for
Like 7 or 8?
Yeah, for everyone at the hospital. Well, all the workers at the hospital, you go to get a free lunch. They had what I can only assume was the cafeteria cater barbecue.
Ugh.
and it was carnival themed. And on every poster, it says in little asterisks, like, there will be clowns in their own secluded area, just to let everyone know. I need everyone who's listening some context. I don't fuck with clowns. I do not like them.
Why don't you like? You had a bad experience as a kid?
I guess. I don't know what it. I don't like anything. Like, I don't like mascots. I don't like masks, like full face masks.
Really?
I don't like clowns. I don't like anything with his face painted.
I think we should unpack that here on the podcast.
I don't know. I had a birthday party at McDonald's when I was probably like 3, 4, 5.
When McDonald's actually it was cool to do your birthday party at McDonald's.
Yes, it was. And they brought out Grimace, the Barney lookalike. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Grimace? No. I don't know.
You know how it was Ronald McDonald, the Hamburglar, and there was this like purple
the purple blob. Yeah.
Okay, they brought him out.
I knew his name.
I like screaming, lost it, couldn't calm me down. Which is weird because I love Barney. Yeah. I don't know. Ever since then, I don't like Chuck E. Cheese. I don't like going to Fiesta, Texas during Halloween. I don't like any of that shit. I hate it.
But don't you love Halloween though?
I do love Halloween. I love like a spooky Halloween, not like a scary Jason mask Halloween.
Yeah.
All that to say, I don't like clowns, and I was told they were going to be in their own secluded area.
Yeah.
When I walk into the parking lot, they are everywhere. And I'm just like, and not only are they everywhere, but they're at the entrance of where you have to go through.
Oh no.
And I was like, are you kidding me? So I look like an idiot trying to
avoid
all the clowns.
I don't think you should have told our fans you're like
I shouldn't, but I'm just like,
they're gonna now put everything clowns on you.
Like, did we need the clowns? Was that something that needed to happen?
Well, it was like that one year y'all lied and said that y'all were giving out llama rides and there wasn't a real llama.
That was not.
And people were very upset. Like, when you say you're gonna bring something, especially the hospital workers, don't lie, because if you're not gonna bring it, they're gonna be very upset.
We have very little to look forward to.
Very true.
So if you're gonna say something's there, it better be there.
That's very true.
But yeah, I was not happy.
Yeah. Well, all that to say, I want a popcorn thing. Who knows? You'll end up getting it, because if it's like that gourmet popcorn crap, I'm not gonna eat that.
So we want a popcorn thing. I love. Do you like flavored popcorn?
I do, but only caramel.
I specifically love it at Christmas time. Those big canisters that are the cheese, the caramel, and the regular.
I always eat the caramel
because if you mix the cheese and the caramel,
I don't like sweet and salty.
Oh, it's so good. My brother eats the regular because he's lame.
Yeah, I like the regular, but I'll do the caramel like off top. Love the caramel. That's usually the only one I eat.
And then I like when they do like the popcorn fundraisers, I like the vanilla one that's colored.
I mean, I like have you ever had Garrett's popcorn from
Who's Garrett?
From Chicago. Like the known is it Garrett's popcorn? I want to say it's Garrett's popcorn.
I've had Poppycock.
Poppycock is good,
I
but
do like Poppycock.
No, it's actual what is it? Garrett's?
I haven't had Cracker Jacks in a minute. They used to sell the popcorn at the store that you popped, and then there's the block of caramel. Yeah. And you would melt it on the top of the popcorn.
Yeah, it's Garrett's Wait, hold on. Let me not lie. I think it's Garrett's popcorn. Yeah, it's Garrett's popcorn. Yeah, in Chicago. That's like their most famous. Like, they're known for just popcorn.
Well, I've been to Chicago and I didn't have Garrett's popcorn, so now I have to go back.
Yeah, you definitely got to go get the popcorn. It's really, really good. It's amazing. Yeah, it's like their signature thing.
My mom's going to be in Chicago for my birthday.
Oh, cool beans.
Rude.
Yeah, which is, your birthday is next week.
Mm-hmm. Your birthday is actually this week.
Yeah, my birthday is actually this week. My birthday coming out will be, when you guys hear this, it'll be tomorrow, Wednesday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
You get awesome the sounds. We're so excited for you.
You had to put the dun 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 in there. Yeah, I will be. I'm not gonna say how old I'm gonna be, which y'all.
You'll be of age.
I'll be of age and getting one step closer to a milestone age. No, not to death. Oh. God forbid the blood of Jesus as I get choked. But but yeah. Other than that, that's the only thing I'm looking forward to right now is my birthday and yeah, but other than that, my week was okay. I did not go in the yard this week.
Good, I'm very glad.
Stay out of the yard.
I was worried about you.
No, I'm not doing it again. I gotta pay my lawn guy again.
We had a
5, 6, 7, 8.
A nurse tell us that she had heard that one of her friends had a patient who was trying to come over from Mexico. Mm-hmm. He got so hot outside. He overheated, started seizing. By the time they got to him, his internal temperature was 105.
Oh my God. Is he still alive?
Possibly. With support.
Yeah, that's
but still,
heat stroke, man.
105? Yeah. Hell no.
How do we turn my birthday into talking about people?
I was thinking about how hot you probably got out in the yard.
Oh yeah, no. Definitely not going out in the yard. I will be inside in the AC for my birthday, and that's pretty much it.
That's all we got.
I mean, birthdays aren't really. I think after a certain age, you don't really, all the ages in between, you don't really celebrate. So like, of course, 16, you're sweet. And then 21, you can drink. 30 is like dirty 30. Dirty then you got 30. 50. Yeah, you never heard of, or flirty 30. Flirty 30 or dirty 30.
Oh, you already had your golden birthday, 18.
Oh yeah, and I went to prom on my 18th birthday.
That's right.
And then, you have your 50th birthday. Then like after 50th, you're like, whatever. Unless you turn 100.
I'm of the mindset that like every birthday is a big birthday and we got to celebrate it all month long.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, the pandemic has definitely showed us
I'm
that.
not here for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here for a good time. This is the first year where I haven't forced everyone to start celebrating May 1st.
Yeah. Are you really a big birthday person?
I love my birthday because I can force everyone to have fun how I want to have fun.
I don't like the attention on me. Like that.
Well, I don't like... I guess I do like attention.
Yeah, you do. Definitely you do.
My birthday.
Yeah. Well, don't expect it from me. Happy birthday.
That's all I need.
Because your birthday's on the 25th.
I'm just like, woo, now we can all have fun the way I want to have fun because it's my birthday and you have to do whatever. That means I'm talking trips. I'm talking beach. I'm talking
now, I will accept all Cash Apps. I will accept Cash Apps, Zelles, Venmos, nothing but cakes, wedding proposals.
What says happy birthday better than a wedding proposal?
Yeah, somebody wants to come and... put some new sod down on my lawn. See, I'm about home ownership gifts.
You are a acts of service gal.
I'm really not. No.
Well, you don't like people doing things for you?
No.
What do you want them to do?
I'm just saying the stuff outside. Yes, I'm okay with that. But everything else, no. I'm not acts of service. I'm quality time. Quality time and physical touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are like my lowest.
Really? But yeah, you're definitely words of affirmation. Got to be.
I am gifts.
Gifts. Yeah. I can see that too. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely.
Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't touch me. Don't be with me. But send me your love monetarily.
Absolutely.
Please.
Well, speaking of physical touch and love languages, I'll tell you what love language got exposed this week. We'll get into our show now. Jesse Williams from Dr. Jackson Avery from Grey's Anatomy.
He sure did. I would just like to say I am not endorsing or supporting that anyone go look at anyone else's leaked nude photos on the internet.
Absolutely.
Because that is wrong.
That's wrong.
I'm just saying if it happened to show up on your newsfeed like it did to mine multiple times.
And mine.
And you happen to see.
Yes.
Wow, oh, wow.
So for those that don't know what we're talking about. A lot of things clicking
into place. A lot of things making sense about his life.
Here's the thing. This is not a porn podcast. This is not a porn podcast. However. But if it was, he would be on the list. Anyway,
hey,
Jesse Williams is currently on Broadway.
Display.
And I don't care. I don't even know what the name of the Broadway play is. Doesn't even matter. It's irrelevant.
Doesn't matter. It's a Jesse Owens show now.
Jesse Owens or Jesse Williams?
Can it be both? Picture this: Jesse Williams naked playing baseball.
Jesse Owens, right? Okay, cool beans. Anyway, so the play that he's on or that he's in on Broadway called for him to be nude. Well, I guess the rules of engagement, of course, obviously, when you're going to see a play like that where there's going to be a nude scene, you do not take pictures. Well, somebody violated the rules and regulations of the theater and took a picture of his naked body and posted it, and Twitter went crazy, as well as Instagram and everywhere else, and everybody was like, my lord, Jesse Williams is blessed. But anyway,
it's called Take Me Out, a Broadway play.
Oh, he gonna take somebody out.
If he swung too quick,
listen,
that's an eye at least.
No wonder his wife was pissed that he divorced her. My Lord God from Zion. But anyway.
I was like, that sure is a lot of blurriness in that little photo.
Mm-hmm. It was enough to see what I needed to see. Anyway, neither here nor there. We're off of that.
But also, how can you post that?
No, I think that was wrong. Because the thing is, I don't really understand how nudity is considered art. Like, especially now, 2022, where you can literally be prosecuted to the full extent of the law for showing your body, right?
Because in every other country, it's not a big deal.
Right. But because we grew up with with nudity being a big deal, I just don't ever see like naked bodies as like, oh, art. Like when you see all the old, statues from like the 16th century, 17th century, blah, 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 Leonardo da Vinci.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
I can't say it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I might edit that out.
Get. Yeah,
Leonardo da Vinci. But I just, I don't consider like, why does it require a nude scene is my point in 2022.
Naked bodies are beautiful.
They are. They absolutely are. But I just don't think that there's ever a need in a play, Broadway or not, for there to be nudity like that.
I'm sure the director saw him nude first and was like, absolutely. You know who needs to see this?
Everybody.
The ticket holders.
Absolutely. So I'm quite sure.
I'm not saying that I'm not putting it above myself to ever take a picture. I'm just saying I would have put it in the group chat. I don't know that I would have put it on the Twitter.
Yeah, that was because that is technically like sexual harassment because you got people in his DMs right now, and I'm quite sure he didn't do that with the guy. Like he has children as well too, and he's not a porn star. He's not an adult entertainer, and so he didn't want his body being put out like that. So
he's an artist, a thespian,
right? So whoever put the video, I mean not the video, it was a video too. Anyway, the picture out, they should be, I think, prosecuted because that's
to the like sharing fullest extent of
leaking people's nudes. You shouldn't do stuff like that.
Do you remember in the 2000s when that was like huge? Everyone's nudes were getting leaked,
like Paris Hilton and
like all that, and like Vanessa Hudgens and yeah.
Even Gabrielle Union, I think she was sending some stuff to what's his name? What's her husband? Dwayne Wade, and it got leaked because somebody hacked, I think, her iCloud or something like that.
Everyone was hacking the cloud.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, when you do stuff like that, that's almost like robbing somebody. Like that's so vulnerable. Like, why would you do that? There's plenty of people who are on porn sites that you can get, pictures and videos from for free, or you can pay. I don't know these names of these websites, but I'm just saying I know they're out there and they exist. So just do that. But anyway, also too, bro, what were you telling me about Britney Spears?
She has been living her life to the fullest.
Like it's golden?
Yeah, like it's golden. And she announced that she was pregnant. They just made another announcement saying she lost the baby. So she said, we came out super early about it. We should have waited, but we were both so excited. And we lost the baby. I don't know anything about her fiance. I'm sketched out by anyone she marries or is engaged to or dates because I think they're all using her.
Yeah.
And she's definitely a perfect angel. So I know nothing about him, but girl, that sucks, and I'm sorry.
I mean, that does suck. I mean, I think it's horrible. But I also think sometimes too, God, if you serve Him or the universe, makes things happen like that for a reason. Sometimes.
Here's what I will say,
especially because I don't know if she's mentally in a position to go through that roller coaster of hormones. Yeah. I mean, you just got over your conservatorship. Live your life for a little bit. Not saying that he's a sketch guy or anything like that, but I just think,
does look, his eyes are untrusting on the internet.
I mean, have you seen her eyes?
I mean, she has crazy eyes. I will die for Britney Spears, though. We're not here to slander her. There's something on his face and I don't trust it. And I think his name's Sam.
Well, Samuel L. Jackson's name is Sam. He's trustworthy.
No, his name is Samuel L. Jackson. Very different.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just think that, mentally, I'm not a mental health professional, but we could talk to Dr. Dandridge about that. But I just feel like maybe this was an opportunity for her to just have some space. Like, enjoy your life. You are now free, and going through, again, another roller coaster of emotions, especially with being pregnant and all that kind of. But it's still sad. I mean, it's sad altogether that she lost a baby. But maybe how people say everything happens for a reason.
I do know how people say that.
Yeah,
I say that.
Doesn't make it any better. But anyway, what were you telling me about Kendall Jenner?
I don't know if you've seen it. It's been the best thing on my internet in the last week. Is the video clips of Kendall Jenner cutting a cucumber.
Oh, jeez.
She wants a snack, and Chris is like, "Oh, I'll have the chef make you a snack," and she's like, trying to be like, no, I can do it. I'm gonna just make a quick snack.
Yeah.
She cut. You know how like a normal person cuts a cucumber. She like. I cannot even explain to you the way in which she does this. She has her hand on the longer side of the cucumber.
We'll put a video clip
away
there.
from where you're cutting.
Yeah.
She's cutting basically cross-handed. Yeah. Like she's never used a knife in her fucking life. And the memes that have come out about this, I cannot stop watching it. It's the weirdest thing. It's like watching a monkey, like, use a typewriter or something. Yeah. You're like, this isn't right.
Like, that should be like,
I'm just like, how rich are you?
That you don't know how to cut a cucumber?
Truly. I would love to have that much money.
No. I mean, I would love to have that much money, but I still need to know how to cut a cucumber.
It looked like me trying to do physics. You're like, oh.
You didn't take physics?
I did. Doesn't mean I know how to do it.
Oh, I mean, I didn't either. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know how I got an A, but...
You got an A?
I did. I got an A in physics. Jeez. 1 and 2. I don't know how I did it. Ask me anything. Inertia. That's all I remember.
I got a C.
I
got 1 point over what I needed, I think.
No, I lied. I got a C in the lecture for physics 1, and I got an A in the lab. And then physics 2, lecture and lab, I got an A.
Wow.
Yeah.
Smart.
And both my teachers were actually black men. So that was awesome.
That is actually interesting.
Yeah. And then my physics 2 teacher, he actually had a heart attack and died like couple years ago. Pretty sad, but
he was a really nice guy. You were going to say while he was teaching.
R.I.P. Dr. Treadwell. He was really an amazing.
Treadwell.
He's an amazing teacher. Anyway, yeah, she needs to learn how to do better things than that. Anyway, we're going to get right into some other stuff that we really don't want to talk about. Well, let's talk about this first. So I don't know if everybody have heard, especially with, Kendall and Kim and all of them, especially with these filters and stuff that they're using. So did you hear that Texas has now banned filters for Instagram in the state of Texas as well as in Illinois?
Did I hear about it? I'm pissed.
So it's not, and for the first time, it's actually not Greg Abbott doing it. Isn't it
it's another senator.
The senator that's doing it. He's saying that he wanted to ban, or he was threatening to sue, allegedly, Instagram because of facial recognition.
He has a lawsuit against the facial recognition software that is in the filters that use your face. My thing is that those are strategically placed in my life for the days when I look like shit, which is 80% of the time. Yeah. So I just don't understand why I'm being attacked because of crazy things that people in the 1% are doing to gain access to my data and information.
Well, my thing is, if you don't want facial recognition software to be taking advantage of your face, don't download the app. I don't understand why your gripe has to be everybody else's gripe. I mean, I use filters to be silly or whatever because I think they're funny. Do I ever post any of this stuff? Not majority of the time I don't. But my thing is, like, if you don't want filters, that's a personal issue for you. Stop projecting your shit onto other people.
I just don't think this is like, I'm doing this for everyone else to save them. I just don't think that's it. That's never what politicians do. So I think you have a vendetta or you're pissed at Meta or whatever. And now we all have to pay. But I can't wear makeup every day. Also, I can't, I can't do it.
Your natural beauty is beautiful.
Rude. Stop it. How rude. You didn't buy I don't care though. What if I want freckles or sparkles or freaking rhinestones on my eyelids?
Yeah, that's very true.
Or what if I want a beard? And what if I want to look like a man today? And now I can't do any of those things.
Yeah.
You came for my uterus. Now you're coming for my fake plastic surgery that I present to the world that I have.
I just feel like Texas has bigger issues. Like, it's 1,000 degrees outside and you choose to say, top of my list, Instagram filters. What is wrong with your brain?
I'm all, let's hope the grid can keep up with this.
The grid has still not been fixed from the freeze from last year, and you decide to put at the top of your list Instagram filters.
There's so much going on with social media companies right now that I just don't believe anything. But I do believe that the one happy thing we had was the filters. And now they're gone.
But don't we still have it in Snapchat and
Snapchat
TikTok?
may be making a resurgence after that. I never use Snapchat anymore.
I mean, I would just
after
use
that
the
Rihanna
filters
shit.
there.
I filtered it out.
Yeah, I would just use the filters and then just again
and post it on Instagram.
No, I barely post like that on Instagram, but if I did, I just keep it in my camera roll and call it a day. I mean, I don't post on social media. I
just want to know what about the facial recognition. Because they're
saying it's an invasion of privacy.
My iPhone uses facial recognition.
Thank you. You're gonna sue Apple too?
And I'm sure they're using my data for crazy shit.
Oh hell yeah! There's a alleged pending lawsuit against Apple right now because of Siri listening in on people's phone calls.
And you know what? What am I going to do?
You chose to get an iPhone? I mean, you chose to get an iPhone.
What am I going to do? Have nasty ass Android green bubbles? You got me fucked up. No. I know the contract I signed. I know what I'm paying for every month. Let me live my life.
Here's the thing. If you think that in 2022 you can somehow hide your identity, you can't. Like, they have everything. They got a social security number. The Federal Reserve owns everybody.
From me.
Like, I mean, people got your credit card information. They got everything. Like, who the fuck cares?
Man, when TikTok came out, everyone was like, China has all of your data. They are using TikTok to mine for your data. And you know what I did? Kept fucking scrolling because I was addicted to that shit. I needed to know what was on it, and I was having a good time. And China could literally just have all my bank account information and be trying to harvest my body.
Here's the thing.
Don't care.
China makes the phones. They make everything.
They got us. They got me like this. I'm in a chokehold.
Why do you think all of a sudden you have to give China permission now to have your face? They already have it.
Steve Jobs has had me since those stupid Apple commercials way back when it was like the new computer would be coming out, but it was really like the nasty ass old MacBook. Yeah. And I was like, that's it. Yeah. And then when everything started syncing, my iPhone, my iPad,
that's one thing I don't like.
When everything synced, I was like, oh, I can't do anything else now. My life is
Once you're in the Apple ecosystem, it's very hard to filter out.
Yes.
It's very hard, especially when you have all of the stuff. I mean, I used to be a diehard Android person until I got in corporate America. And then I just switched over because I no longer really needed the functionality of Androids, and I just felt like the software was super crashy, and I didn't like that.
I used to ride for my BlackBerry because Drake wrote his raps on a BlackBerry, so I was like, I have to keep my BlackBerry.
I had a BlackBerry Pearl when they first came out, and I loved the BlackBerry. The interface was so stable, and I see why Kim Kardashian fought so hard to keep her BlackBerry because they were very stable software. Yeah. I really believe that.
But now,
or
listen,
hardware, whichever one.
I hate. My biggest pet peeve is when someone puts me in a group chat with someone with an Android.
Because you can't get out.
You've ruined it. You've ruined everything.
Yeah, I hate that too. Because all my family has, my sisters and my mom, they all have like Androids, and I'm the only one with an iPhone. I'm just like, y'all just keep going back and forth. And
I can't name this group chat. I can't tap back on messages.
No, you can't. They probably can't even see our damn emojis. Who knows? Well, I tell you who else needs to put their priorities in check. Elon Musk.
Oh my Lord.
So Elon Musk, as we reported a couple weeks ago that he was like, hey, Twitter, I'll buy y'all for like $44 billion. So Twitter was like, you playing? He was like, no, I'm serious. And they were like, okay, cool, let's do it. So he announced this week that there has been a delay in his ability to be able to, for that transaction to go forward. We talked about last week how the Orlando Police Department pension is tied up in that. And they are trying to slow down, allegedly, the purchase of Twitter from Elon Musk. But this week he basically tweeted out and said, he said, if I go missing or if something happens to me, and I'm paraphrasing, then it was nice knowing you or something like that. So then it came out also too that there was a delay in him being able to purchase Twitter because there's an alleged issue with like BlackRock and Vanguard and all those, superpowers that own pretty much everything in the goddamn world. And their shareholders are like, nah, bro, because if you sell your shares, then our shares are a part of that. And, this is just your little dick fighting contest. We don't want to be a part of that.
This is how you know money's not real.
It's not.
It's all just like, ooh, money. They're all numbers in an ecosystem. Yeah. Someone could type, like if someone hacked a bank right now, you could go into someone's account and type in a number and they would have that money.
Mm-hmm. And you can't, like everything is borrowed anyway. Because even banks, if you go in and you robbed a bank right now, they probably only had like 50 grand in there.
Yeah.
Maybe 100
all the money they loan out is the money from your account.
Exactly.
That's why if everyone cashed out everything of the bank at the same time, we'd collapse.
Yeah. And banks are actually broke. Like, so when Obama bailed out the banking system, I think the reason why he had to do it is because he understood banks don't have any money. Everything that they have is built off of, this is why they charge you $35 if you overdraft. This is why they charge you $7 a month if you don't have a direct deposit on your checking account and all this other stupid shit. All of these fees add up, but they don't have no money. They're taking money from Elon Musk to be able to give you a damn mortgage on your house.
So why is my broke ass going to pay you? Because you don't have any money either.
Exactly. And you just want to buy Twitter just to say you have it.
And here's my campaign for everyone to stop paying their mortgage. Thank you. What are they going to do? Take all of our houses?
Yes.
What is this, 2008? We're fine.
Yeah, they can definitely do that. Well, did you hear too, the reason why I brought that up as far as Elon Musk taking care of his business is because Tesla has now recalled over 100,000 vehicles allegedly due to a particular processor in the car that keeps overheating.
Those cars keep having issues.
Because they're not real.
Also, do you remember when he was like, it's bulletproof, and he shot the window
and it broke?
Shattered.
What was a Tesla truck, I think it was?
Yeah, he has taken, I think he's just focusing so much on everything else. He has to be. But also, don't you have people whose job it is to just run these companies?
Well, because he doesn't have real money.
I don't know. I know he's doing all that SpaceX shit down in the valley here in Texas, and he's ruining everything.
Really? What is he?
Yeah, he's like trying to make that his space hub and work. Because you know how the NASA's in Florida? Did I make that up? That's right. NASA shoots the rockets off from Florida because it's by the water. So if something crashes, it crashes in the water.
I think.
Did I completely make that up?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm from Florida. I should know that. But
you should. In my head, that all made sense coming out of my mouth. I'm going to stick with that story. So he
sounds right.
moved SpaceX down to Brownsville in the valley because it's right by the water.
Yeah.
No one fucking lives there or does anything. It's very cheap land.
Yeah.
But he had I want to say the mean salary down there is like $40,000.
Wow.
He has increased just by moving SpaceX there. Mm-hmm. And his whole thing was like, I'm going to make all these jobs and I'm going to bring all this industry. He's increased the average price of a home from like $180,000 to $240,000 almost.
That's insane.
And these people are getting priced out of living there. And I'm like, what is the benefit? Where are the spaceships? All he wants to do is send us to Mars to colonize it. I don't know if that's feasible. Sounds pretty cool.
My thing is, are you working with NASA to do that? Because I feel like they've been studying Mars for a very long time, and they still haven't been able to find a viable place that is similar to Earth. So you're just gonna go there and waste money, and it's gonna be like The Martian, and you're gonna just die and come off. Like,
I wonder if they have figured it out, but they don't want to let us access it, and they're saving it for all the rich people if some shit really pops off.
Bye. Let them go. Let them go to Mars and rebuild a whole entire economy.
I bet you that's what it is.
But let them do it, because when they leave, guess what's gonna happen? The ozone layer is gonna repair itself, just like it did during the pandemic. Because we're gonna be out here riding out. We ain't gonna have no debt.
They said the ozone's fucked again.
Well, yeah, because they let everybody lock it down, Joe. Lock it down. That's all I'm saying.
Especially with these gas prices. Lock me down.
Seriously. You gonna get to Mars and can't breathe and burn up.
Also, I'm thinking we had 2 years off and no one made mass public transit in the state of Texas. No one decided to put in a speed anything.
That would be too much. Well, because everybody was at home. So you couldn't get on. You can do construction.
I'm just thinking we could have planned that out a little better.
I
I need a bullet train from the 4 large cities. I want to be able to go to Austin in 30 minutes. I want to be able to go to Dallas in an hour.
They were trying to do that from New York, too, at one point.
New York to LA, right? Or something?
Yeah, they were trying to do some kind of thing way across. Even, what's his name? Chris Christie at one point. Because he allegedly stole some money or whatever. Trying to build some fucking bridge or some shit. Anyway, from New Jersey to New York or something. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. Elon, get your priorities straight. Also, too, we got to talk about it. I know we don't want to, but we have to. We have no choice but to. In the news a couple days ago, we found out that... oh, Lord Jesus. We're on the wrong planet, y'all. We've been on that. But there was a mass shooting that actually occurred in Buffalo, New York. I'm quite sure everybody has heard about it, at a grocery store called Tops in Buffalo, New York. I actually have family in Buffalo.
Tops? It's called Tops?
Yeah. I don't know what.
Sounds
your
suspicious.
Hotline blinging over here.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And this 18-year-old white supremacist terrorist decided to purposefully, and he premeditated this attack on a predominantly black community in Buffalo, New York. And he wrote this, like, what was it, an 80-page manifesto, 180-page manifesto or something, talking about how... Ned. Exactly. Well, he's talking about how he's trying to preserve his land from all the black and brown people. And I'm like, do you realize this land was actually stolen from the indigenous people? This is why critical race theory is so important. Anyway, and this is also why abortion should be legal, so you can literally cut off the face of the earth ignorant people like this. But anyway, he went and shot up 13 people were shot. I think 11 people unfortunately were fatalities in the situation, and that he actually live streamed it on the app Twitch, which is a gaming network.
The live stream mass shooting is, I will never understand.
It's disgusting. And then too, I saw a piece of the video where he's in the supermarket, and there's this white guy that's on the floor, and he's like kind of in fetal position, and literally you see the barrel of his gun. He's pointing it at the white guy, and he says, "Oh, sorry." And then he literally walks off looking for black people.
What a nut.
And you know what I think is insane? Is how, and I'm calling out the Associated Press. The Associated Press, when everything happened with Mike Brown, remember Mike Brown a few years ago that was shot and killed by the police? And they called him an 18-year-old black man. This little piece of shit ass terrorist, you know what they called him? A 18-year-old white teenager. It's amazing that you can murder people in cold blood and still be deemed human.
I cannot believe he's 18 years old.
I just can't believe he killed 11 fucking people. Like,
there's just...
And he actually lived to be able to go to trial. Like, I wonder if they're going to take his ass to Burger King.
There's some places where I just feel like they should be sacred and you should be able to feel safe. School, church, grocery store, movies.
They just shut up a church in California too.
I'm just saying those are places where in my head I'm like, I should be safe here.
Absolutely.
This is a safe place.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you know.
It's the heat too. In the summer, that's when people go crazy. Y'all need to be careful.
No, it's not the heat. It's these homegrown terrorists is part of the problem, and they don't consider, these white idiots.
What did he?
Proud Boys and shit, terrorists, and they are. They're homegrown terrorists.
So someone took his land, or this is just all in his head?
There's some kind of website, like the QAnon people or whatever, who believes that people are, trying to drink baby's blood and all that bullshit. So he believes
eat and drink the blood.
Exactly.
That is wild.
So there's this conspiracy, I guess, in part of the manifesto, and I'm saying this all alleged for the Protection of Our podcast, that he was talking about how with the whole abortion thing that's going on right now and the abortion ban, that the white race is becoming obsolete pretty much and eradicated. And so he's trying to eradicate all black people, black and brown people, and retrieve his land back. And I'm like, this isn't your land. This is the Native Americans' land.
A and B
jackass.
does not equal D.
Exactly.
What is going on?
They're just stupid. And his parents, I feel like his parents should be charged. I don't care that he is 18 years old. His parents should be charged to the fullest extent of the law as well, along with his stupid ass, for taking the lives of 11 fucking black people. And I do want to give I think the press is not really putting this information out enough, and I think it's fucked up that they're not doing it, but it's probably because he's black, allegedly. But there was actually a security guard who was a retired police officer. His name is Aaron Salter Jr., and he actually lost his life, unfortunately, at that grocery store because he was working as security, and he tried to stop him and unfortunately got shot and killed. So, yeah. And then they shut up a church. Somebody shot another white homegrown terrorist, shot up a church in Laguna Beach, California. It's Laguna.
Did you ever watch Laguna
Woods?
Beach?
I did. I think it was Laguna Woods or something like that. Somewhere, Laguna Woods. Either way, I think it was Laguna Woods. Yeah, but in California anyway. So yeah, I think it's insane. I think it's absolutely insane that this is where we are yet again, and we keep saying this like, y'all, black people are not mass murderers. We're just not. We're not. Like Jamal and Pookie, they gonna handle their beef and that's it. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna take it to nobody else. I mean, yes, drive-bys happen all the time. That's not we're not oblivious to that. But I mean, people just grocery shopping. Like, can you imagine being at the goddamn
running
Costco?
Errands.
Like, that's the last thing you think
safe
about.
Places, grocery stores, like church, school, the movies.
It is absolutely sickening. But anyway, also too, what were you telling me about a pilot that passed out in Florida? Or a pilot?
Well, there was a flight flying over, like, I don't know if you know where the Bahamas is. Are you familiar?
Very true.
Okay. These people were on a flight and the pilot passed out, which is one of my biggest fears.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you ever looked at a cockpit. Mm-hmm. A lot of buttons, a lot of flashing lights,
and
a lot of levers. Small as hell.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. I could watch 6 YouTube videos and still not know. And that's usually my go-to. But a Florida man finally saves the day, stepped right in, put on that little headset and was like, hey, it's me. I've never done this. I have no experience. No one on board does, but I'll get us there. And he landed the plane.
That's awesome.
Isn't that insane?
Listen, Floridians are great people. We are
when they're not doing wild ass shit. Yeah, they are great people.
Those aren't Floridians. Those are New Yorkers who are crazy and on bath salts who have moved down to Florida and commit all these crimes.
Because as soon as you start going crazy in any other state, you're like, you know where I should go? Florida. I'm sure that's how that works.
There's this video. Oops, sorry, there was this video I was watching that was talking about if they split the east and the west coast of the United States, who would actually win, and they split it right down the middle. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, they were like, well, yeah, of course, we got the whole Bible Belt. That's not the problem. Yeah, we got Chicago, we got New York. But them goddamn Floridians are going to kill everybody. I was like, you're goddamn right.
That's so funny.
Oh, my gosh.
But so, yeah, I thought that was so cool. I don't think in a million years I'd be able to do that.
Do you think you would have the gall to do that?
Hell no. Actually, I don't know. So my anxiety manifests in 2 ways.
Okay.
Either I'm like checked out mentally because I've just like to contain myself and not spiral out of control. I just have to like bury deep within myself and turn off my emotions.
Yeah.
But sometimes that lets me focus on things and get things done. I will say that I do still have ADHD. I'm horrible at math and I don't have a great attention span. And I feel like
you need math to fly though.
I just feel like those are all things you would need to fly a plane.
Well, I think a fly plane as a career, yes, but not in the moment. Just
like emergency land.
Yeah, an emergency landing, I think you'd be fine.
In all like piloting, driving, any kind of that video game, I'm awful.
Really?
So I'm thinking I would land us unsafely. I could probably land it. I don't know if we'd live.
I just don't think I would be able to find the buttons. I think I could do it. The problem is the button to your left. Your other left, bitch. I don't think where is the button? Where's the button?
I just get so, I didn't even freaking tell you.
What?
So for that bridal shower, I made this balloon arch situation.
Yeah.
I'm deathly afraid. Who knew I was deathly afraid of balloons?
Oh, I hate balloons.
So I knew that balloons scare me. I don't like being around them very much. Like if there's a room full of balloons, I won't go in there because I'm like, what? Ooh, oh, they're gonna pop. A balloon popped in grad school one time. We were doing some activity and like we had all stopped the activity to go from the lab to go back to the lecture, and it popped, and I literally could not help it. Screamed. Checked my heart rate. It was like 160. Couldn't get it back down. Couldn't regulate my freaking my nervous system to calm down. I hate balloons. So I got this balloon machine that's supposed to blow up the balloons basically for you. It's supposed to be really easy. When I tell you, it took me 45 minutes to blow up one balloon because as soon as I would start blowing it up, the machine was so loud it would scare me, and I'd let the balloon go and it'd be like flying around the room.
You're never going to be able to be a party planner ever.
So knowing this information now, I don't know that I would be able to land the plane. I feel like there's a lot going on and I'd freak out.
I mean, I think I could remain calm. Like I said, I just don't think I'd be able to find the buttons.
I think I could be a good co-pilot. Like, if the headset was on my head and I was getting the information, I think I could tell the other person to do it.
Well, that's good. So you can take the pressure off you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, oh, he did it.
Well, God forbid that ever happens to you or I, because I don't want to deal with all that.
But God bless the men from Florida.
Yeah. Well, speaking of some planes, did you hear about there was a strike in Jamaica, actually? Their air traffic controllers went on strike, and over 12,000 people allegedly were stranded in Montego Bay because there were no planes able to go out or in to Montego Bay because the air traffic controllers went on strike.
One, not a bad place to be stranded.
If you don't have no money for another resort or hotel night.
That is true. That may suck. 2, name a job, like a very specific job that you think you don't even think twice about, but could ground an entire fleet of planes.
The people who control the stop lights, like the traffic lights.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same kind of shit.
They'll shut down everything.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, like, what do they do? They just stand there with their freaking cones.
Absolutely.
Directing traffic. But
people who work in IT, they'll shut the whole country down.
That's crazy. Yeah. They were just like, we're done with this shit.
And not even the pilots. The pilots were like, hey, we're showing up to work. And air traffic was like, yeah, we ain't telling y'all bitch asses where to go.
They're just running into each other.
Yes. I don't know if they're striking because of better pay or work conditions. I don't know. Maybe short staff. I don't know. Nobody wants to work nowadays, so I don't know. But
I have always been the person who's like, oh, yeah, I have $200 in my bank account and I'm about to leave the country, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. But that has always been on my mind. Like, shit, I just have enough money to do what I need to do. And if anything else goes wrong, like if I get stranded here or if I have to get a hotel for another night or something, I'm like, ooh, we are.
I used to do that when I was in college. And then I went on one trip and something almost happened where I literally was like really upset. And I was like, I need to find another flight out of here. And I couldn't go. And I didn't have the money right then and there to be able to go. So I always like vowed anytime I travel, I always have enough money for an emergency ticket and enough money for another hotel room for a couple of nights if I need to.
That's smart.
Like even when we went to Paris, I was like, God forbid anything happens, we can't get back in, passport. And this was before COVID. This was all before COVID. I was just like, I need to make sure I have over enough money to be able to do that, because you get stranded. Who knows how long they're gonna be on strike?
You know what that sounds like? A responsible adult.
No, because then when I feel like things are going good, I'm like, I'm just gonna spend this money. So in concept, yes, but not always, unfortunately. So also too, we'll talk about some other shortages. Speaking of staffing, gas prices are going back up. Why?
Inflation. That's all I got. That's what I keep hearing from people.
Here's the thing. I filled up my car on Sunday, this past Sunday, at $3.79, I think, at Costco. No, I lied. It was $3.69 at Costco. And then today I go out to the stores and the regular gas prices are like $4.09.
$4.09.
And I'm like, we're in Texas. This is supposed to be oil country. Like, what the hell, man?
We don't drill here anymore.
Why not? Because of Bush?
Or we do drill and we just don't use it. But I'm pretty sure we don't drill here like we could.
Yeah.
Because this was my question when all the Ukraine stuff happened, and I was like,
ain't nobody been talking about Ukraine.
Interesting.
Is the war over? What happened? Who won?
And because I remember that there'd been all this stuff going on with the Russian oil that they were getting from Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
And I was like, how is this going to affect us? Do we not have enough oil to drill for here?
Yeah.
Is that why we don't drill here and get the oil? And everyone was like, we have more than enough oil. We're just not drilling it. So I don't know. It's all conspiracy as far as I'm concerned.
Well, they need to do something.
I don't watch the news, as you know.
Me neither.
I listen to my news podcast.
I don't even do that.
but that's about it. That's all they can get from me.
I get all my news from Shea Room.
The news gives me anxiety.
I'm kidding.
And I don't have kids, so I'm like, why do I need to know what's going on with the world? It's not going to affect anything I'm doing. So I have no idea. There could be an alien invasion right now, and they're like, it's affecting gas prices. I wouldn't fucking know.
Well, that's how I felt when the freeze happened, and I had no power for like 3 days. And I was just like, yo, this could be the apocalypse, and I'm unprepared. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going outside of my window. I'm not looking at nobody. It takes 20 minutes to send a text message, and I'm just
It is weird to not have access immediately on your phone. Because when you want to know the news, you can have it at your fingertips.
Very true.
That's why what's crazy when they say in other countries that they, like, turn off cellular data.
Yeah.
During crazy things. And I'm like, oh, I would freak out.
Or they block access to TikTok and stuff so you can't post online and tell people what's really going on. And they put all this media propaganda out. Like, oh, no. Everything's fine here.
Everything's fine. When I was a freshman in college, we had a bomb threat. And supposedly UT gets like, it's a huge university.
Yeah.
It gets a lot of crazy bomb threats, like especially during finals and stuff. So they have this whole team or task force or whatever that investigates all of them. But they never get to us because they're always like fraudulent. Yeah. So this one did get to us, and they're like, oh shit, you need to evacuate the dorm immediately. We were freaking out. We didn't know what was going on. So all we heard was the alarm, but it wasn't a fire alarm. And it said what is it called when you evacuate? I don't know.
I was like, active shooter? What the fuck?
So we all get up. We're all these little like 18-year-old freshmen. We get outside, and the dorm people are like, get across the street. So we go across the street. Well, everyone goes to open their phone, and we overwhelmed the Wi-Fi and the data in the area, so no one could get anything.
Oh, that's
so everyone's literally, I just want you to imagine like a bunch of 18-year-old kids standing there, don't know what the hell's going on, trying to check their phone. Finally, one person gets through. Their parent calls them, and they're like, there's a bomb at your school. What's going on? And we're like, ah! That was my little taste of not having access to information, and it was horrible.
Well, see, funny story. In college, of course, people had cell phones, but not like that for real, right? And so when we would have like fire drills and stuff like that, or like bomb threats to the actual dorm and stuff, like the RAs were just going around like shouting at your door, blah blah blah. And we were just all standing outside with our bonnets on our head with sheets. We couldn't call nobody. I mean, we have calling cards. What are you gonna do?
That's what the hell are you gonna do?
And it's just like, can we go back inside now? Because I'm cold. Like, please.
That's scary.
Well, speaking of some colleges, as we know, graduation season is still upon us.
Congrats to all the grads.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody. My nephew is getting ready to graduate from pre-K. It's not even a real graduation, but yes, he will be going to the kindergarten. I'm so excited.
I have one cousin graduating high school and one just graduated business school.
Really?
Yeah, he decided to be like the smart chosen child in the family, so he did. He got a degree in engineering, petroleum.
Oh, wow.
And then he was like, and now I'm gonna go to get a master's in business and finance and shit.
That's cool.
I was like, I'm still the funnier one. So
trying to upstage you.
Yeah.
Well, I do have another cousin that's graduating. Shouts out to my cousin Dominic, who's graduating from high school, as well as my cousin Daniel. They'll both be going off to college this year, which I'm super excited for them. But the reason why I brought up graduation is because have you been seeing all of these beautiful stories, especially like I've been seeing, I think I'm stuck on like Hispanic TikTok, and I'm totally fine with that. And I've been seeing a lot of the graduates who either their parents have been working in the fields, being field workers while they were in college, doing everything that they could to put their children through college, and they're literally coming back to the fields in their cap and gowns and in their regalia to pay homage to their parents and their grandparents for, helping them to get to that point. Like those videos, they make me cry.
I'm not a crier, but those videos, like the military homecoming videos and the babies that get their cochlear implants.
Oh, those are super cute.
God.
Or they get their glasses.
Yes, all of those. Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So this past weekend, actually 2 universities, or 2 colleges rather, HBCUs, Wiley College, as well as Clark Atlanta. So have you ever been you haven't been to Atlanta, but you've heard of Slutty Vegan?
I've heard of Atlanta.
Yeah. So Slutty Vegan is a vegan restaurant, obviously fast food place. I think she has like 3, and it's black owned by a black woman. Her name is Pinky Cole, and she actually owns, I want to say it's like 3 or 4 different ones, because I think she moved one to Texas, honestly, or she did like a pilot or something like that. I think it's in Houston though. She's not gonna come to San Antonio.
Of course it is.
She ain't gonna come to San Antonio, unfortunately. But
Houston gets all the cool shit.
I know. I'm like, come to San Antonio. There are black people here. Jeez.
Barely.
2. Well, 1.5.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Pinky Cole, who again is the owner of Slutty Vegan in Atlanta, she was the commencement speaker at Clark Atlanta University, and she literally gifted all of these graduates at that particular ceremony. She teamed up and partnered with a bank that's in Atlanta to provide each one of them with a free LLC.
That is such a big gift.
It's huge.
It's like the potential energy of gifts.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. You're able to just get the gift of entrepreneurship. That's absolutely amazing. And then there was an anonymous donor that actually paid off about $300,000 worth of student tuition for Wiley College students, which probably was like 3 students, but the way some of these damn tuitions are. But I think it was an amazing gesture, an amazing
What I need is an anonymous donor to fund my life.
I would love to be able to be an anonymous donor. I am manifesting this now. Okay, and I'm putting this out into the atmosphere from my lips to God's ears. I cannot wait to be like the commencement speaker at a college at FAMU one day and be like, I'm paying off all y'all student loans.
And it's tax deductibles because I'm going to knock myself out of my tax bracket.
I cannot wait to be like a multimillionaire, to be able, a billion. I don't know if I want to be a billionaire. I think a multimillionaire is good.
I feel like you have to do some really sketchy, shitty shit to be a billionaire.
Absolutely. I don't want all that.
$1 million, we can make a cool mill.
Yeah, I don't want all that pressure on me. So I think I'm just going to stick with multimillion. But God, if you want to give me $1 billion, hallelujah, I'll take it.
Who are we to say no?
Exactly. But I cannot wait to have the opportunity to be able to do that and to be able to get back in that capacity. So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, definitely. Also too in the news, Brittany Griner unfortunately is still in Russia and still.
That story feels like it to me in my head. The ASAP being stuck in prison in where the hell he was, Sweden, Stockholm, Sweden.
Yeah.
And her being stuck over there. That seems to me at the same time for some reason. I feel like she's been over there forever.
No, just this year she's been over there. Well, they extended. Unfortunately, they're letting her lawyer and stuff see her and talk to her and everything like that. But they extended her detainment. Is that a word?
She's being detained.
For another 30 days, another month. I don't know why, but I just pray she gets home very soon. Her wife actually, I think, just graduated, I want to say, from law school.
Wow. Well, perfect. She's got a lawyer in the family.
And then the start of the WNBA season has already begun. And so on her team, her home team, as well as one of the NBA teams put down like a little moniker or whatever of her number and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's a cool gesture, but having her home was probably better. I would assume.
You think she's practicing over there? She's training?
She's in jail, ma'am.
A lot of people get great bodies in jail.
This is a Russian prison.
Russia makes strong people.
They do, but not in jail, I'm quite sure.
Probably not.
And they're in the middle of a war.
Okay, name the top 3 places you would hate to be imprisoned. China?
No. Number 1, North Korea.
Yeah, that's a good one. North Korea.
China.
China and Russia.
And Thailand.
Thailand.
But is Thailand the one that they actually rehabilitate their criminals so they can literally, there's like a little community where they're teaching them life skills? I want to say that's but don't quote me on that, because I did see a movie where these 2 girls were stuck in Thailand. Palace. Yes! Bitch. Don't go to Thailand, is all I'm saying.
My mom used to scare me with them. Every time I would travel, she's like, well, you remember Brokedown Palace? And
yes.
I refused.
And, then that damn roach crawling that girl's ear.
Oh, God.
It was horrible.
Me and my best friend, when we were little, used to watch that, probably like middle school.
Yeah, I saw that movie and I was
don't trust a man.
No, don't do it. I was so afraid to travel. I was like, check your bags, check your bags. Make sure you check your bags.
Every time I go to the airport, I'm like, I know I have nothing in this bag. And I'm still like, let me go through it one more time.
Seriously, you have to, because if you don't, you're going to be screwed. Like, seriously. But
if y'all have not seen that movie, go watch Brokedown Palace.
It's not for the faint of heart. It's not scary or anything like that. It's a thriller movie. It's
traumatic. It's like, did you ever watch Bridget Jones' Diary when she gets stuck in that prison? Okay, it's like it's like that, but the horror story.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, nope, I never want to go overseas like that. So what were you telling me about a woman who faked cancer or something like that?
There was a woman that I read about in California. She faked having Hodgkin's lymphoma. They ended up raising $105,000 for her. It was fake. She did not have cancer.
Piece of shit, man. Why people do stuff like that?
They sentenced her to 5 years in prison, as they should. Her name is Amanda Christine Riley, and she lives in San Jose.
They should sentence her to life in prison. That's disgusting. That's just like the girl who was faking that she was the cousin of the young man who died on the Orlando slingshot ride or whatever.
That was so sad.
And she was like, and they just wouldn't clean his blood up. I was like, you stole that from what's the thing called? The movie that we were talking about last week with Felicia Rashad and all them for Color Girls. I was like, that was a scene in Color Girls when she was trying to clean the blood up. I was like, this bitch lying, allegedly. Anyway, but yeah, that's horrible. Why do people do stuff like that?
I don't know. I feel like that's like, it's like the women who fake pregnancies or miscarriages.
Yeah, I hate that.
People who fake cancer.
Yeah.
People who fake deaths in their family. I don't think that's stuff you should ever mess with.
No, that's not funny.
No.
It'll never be funny.
But that's a lot of money. You must have some rich friends.
I mean, you know, if your story's sad enough,
that's true.
you pull on people's heartstrings. I for one, they'd be like, you want to donate to the children? No.
$100,000. And now
a
you're
lot.
paying that back and you're going to jail. You're going to jail, lady.
You are about to lose
Your job.
All right.
I wonder. Sorry.
No,
I wonder if she raised that money because she was super committed. Like, I want to know: did you shave your head? Were you pretending to go to chemo? Were you
like what's the daughter and the mom, the one who her daughter killed her?
Gypsy
Rose. Yeah. Well, Gypsy wasn't the one.
What
who
was your
her
level
crazy-ass
of
mama.
commitment to this role?
I don't know, but she probably shaved her head, probably allegedly.
At least you would have to.
She got to be white.
Because
a black person, I feel like it's a little bit harder to fake cancer because black people get darker.
Let's see, Amanda Christine Riley. I'll do it.
I
You
bet
know what?
she's
I
white.
have this information at my fingertips.
I bet she's white.
How much you want to bet?
I bet you $1.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually have cash on me right now.
Damn it.
She's not black?
She's white.
I told you. You owe me $1, bitch.
She did. her hair is definitely shaved.
Let me see. Oh, Gypsy Rose. She looks like
it's
fucking
very
Gypsy
much
Rose.
giving Gypsy Rose.
Yes. See, people like that. Love your children.
She even blogged her so-called journey, making social media pages on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. She shaved her head to fit the part.
How did she get found out? Did they say? Maybe her friends were like, this bitch is lying.
It wasn't until 2019 that her ruse was up, outed by the Internal Revenue Service and charged with 1 count of wire fraud.
Wow. IRS will get you, bitch.
She falsified medical documents and forged doctor's notes and certificates to make her false illness seem as real as possible. She was dedicated.
Ma'am, you could have used that energy for something good, like clearing off our student loans. I mean, damn.
Her family was convinced she had lymphoma and loyally stood beside her.
That's horrible.
Wow.
See, that's why you can't jump on every bandwagon. You better check with them documents first.
This is also why GoFundMe is such a slippery slope now, because the way that they
govern everything.
Anytime you're making that much money or getting any kind of money, like the government's gonna want to know what the fuck is up.
Because it's income. It's not charity. It's income. You can't call it a gift. It's income.
That's a lot of money, lady.
You can't. I mean, if somebody gives you, you're trying to get a heart transplant or something like that, that's understandable. But if you are like, oh, I need to GoFundMe for this, that, like for a funeral, and you're getting $100,000 for a funeral, and a funeral may cost like $25,000, even though most funerals, there's one in Tennessee, 1889, I think is what it is. Anyway, neither here nor there.
What?
There's this Tennessee one that they have a drive-through funeral home. It was one of the what is it called? Burying with something. It was a show on Netflix. Hilarious. This black man and his mom and his 2 daughters. They ran like the funeral home, and their special is like $18.89 or something like that to bury your loved one. So you can bury your loved one for less than $2,000. Anyway, neither here nor there. It was a really good series. It's hilarious. But I think it's called Buried by the Bernards. I think that's what it's called.
That
Buried by the
sounds
Bernards.
familiar.
Yeah, it was freaking hilarious. But anyway, yeah, that's disgusting that she would do that though. That's absolutely disgusting.
Buried by the Bernards. I'm gonna have to watch
I think it's Buried by the Bernards. It's on. Yeah, Buried by the Bernards. The uncle is freaking hilarious. Oh my god, the uncles and the daughters and the mom, they make the show. Okay. It's hilarious. You will not regret watching that. I promise you. And it's on Netflix.
Oh,
and they're in Memphis, Tennessee. And they do commercials and everything. Anyway, what are you watching?
Nothing. I've been reading. I haven't been watching.
Didn't you just go see a movie?
I did go see Doctor Strange, the new one that came out.
How was it?
I didn't realize Wanda. I want to call her WandaVision, but that's not her name.
I thought it was her name.
No, WandaVision was a show.
Her
name was Wanda.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize she was going to be such a big part of that movie because I don't watch previews or anything anymore.
Yeah.
It was spooky.
Really?
Yeah, I was like this a lot of the time.
Doctor Strange was scary?
Yes, dude, it was spooky. My mom turned to me in the middle of the movie and she was like, "This is demonic." And I was like, "You're being you're being dramatic. It's fine." I was scared.
Mom didn't like it. My mom didn't like it. She was like, I think the first one was better.
It was a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. It wasn't bad. It just, I was like, "Oh, this is, y'all are really going for it."
Yeah.
You should watch it. You'd probably like it.
I mean, Doctor Strange, I didn't see the first one, and I didn't really know who Doctor Strange was until, what's the one with the purple man, the big purple man who clicked? Thanos. I didn't see it until the universe, the whatever.
Did you see WandaVision?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Is that the one with she had a black friend? And she came back? No, that was Captain America. The
WandaVision is the show on Disney Plus.
No, I have not seen the show.
Okay.
No, I have not seen the show.
I feel like you need to watch that to really understand what the hell's going on in this movie. Really? Because the hard part...
The whole show?
Well, yeah. The hard part now is all of these movies bring in things from the Disney Plus shows. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot going on.
But can I just look at a TikTok and they'll tell me all the
we
could
probably find you a TikTok.
Yeah, I just need
if you want the real experience, I would say watch WandaVision, which was a great show, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Did they cancel it or something, or are they just on hiatus?
It was like a mini-series.
Oh, well, maybe I can watch it then.
They're doing a bunch of Marvel mini-series on Disney Plus that are supposed to give you a little hit while you're waiting for the next movie to come out.
I was mad that I got on Deadpool very late because I didn't start watching Deadpool until it came on FX, like on TV. And when I saw Ryan Reynolds, I was like, "This shit is hilarious."
It's really good.
So I went back and watched the first and the second.
This Doctor Strange is the movie that starts pulling in DC because it has some things in there, and I was finally like, I get what people are talking about now because I was very confused how those worlds collided.
Yeah, there was this one video I saw where this guy, he put in chronological order. If to understand it, if you have no clue what like Marvel, DC, all that kind of stuff is, that you should watch these videos in order as they come, and then they'll help you kind of piece all the puzzles together.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're invested in that world, it's interesting. Like I would say,
I love.
You would like WandaVision. Then I'm watching. Oh God, what's the new one that came out with Oscar Isaac?
Never heard of it.
Okay, do you know who Oscar Isaac is?
Nope.
Love him. Did you watch Dune?
Yes.
Okay, you know.
Don't say the main character.
No, okay. That's Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
The dad.
Okay. Yes. Never know his name.
Moon Knight. That's the new one. That's on Disney Plus. Let me see if I can find that.
Found the image. Yeah.
It looks like this.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Okay, this is the new Disney Plus show that I started watching, and I'm really confused. And I heard it was good, but I just haven't bought into it yet.
My mom actually has Disney Plus. I'll use her.
But he's in it, and I love him. So it's this guy.
He looks scary.
Everything's getting a little spooky over at Disney.
Yeah.
Very dark.
Well, the world's ending. So.
You know what? Did you watch Harry Potter?
No.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
I don't like Harry Potter.
There's a point in the Harry Potter movies where it goes from like cute kids movies to like dark shit. That's what it feels. That's what Doctor Strange felt like.
Interesting. I just feel like he's not a real superhero. He's like Batman. He's not real.
He feels like how Iron Man's not a real superhero.
Yeah.
Exactly. He feels more superhero-y in this movie.
Okay, well, that's cool.
So
that's cool. I'm still watching The Wilds. I'm on episode 7, and it's getting real. Shit is getting real.
Real.
I love it. And that's really all I've been watching. I've been listening to the new Kendrick album. Came out.
Oh, I haven't. I need to set the mood for myself. Like, I want to not be interrupted. I want like a good vibe going.
So his new video that just came out, right? Where like he's changing faces from like I think he's O.J. Simpson, Will Smith, Juicy Smouye, and
what a lineup.
Who else is he? He's somebody else. I can't remember. But yeah, he morphs into all these people. I think, is he Kobe? No, I think he is Kobe at one point. Anyway, so this little stupid white teenager this little kid on TikTok was like, yeah, Kendrick Lamar's new music video. He stole my concept or whatever from my music video in 2020. I'm like, little boy, have you ever heard of a man named Michael Jackson? Like, he started that shit. Like, go sit your stupid ass down.
Is that black and white, that video?
Yeah. And I'm just like, you really think that Kendrick Lamar would look on TikTok to find something creative from you? Go to hell. Go straight to hell.
I love
full scholarship to hell.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar is
another Gemini. Love that man.
That makes so much more
sense.
Tupac,
Gemini,
now.
Biggie, Gemini, Lauryn Hill, Gemini, Kendrick Lamar, Gemini. That's a lineup if I've ever heard it. Alyssa Fowler, Gemini.
Oh, you're putting yourself in that conversation.
I would. Wow, don't you think
that's
so?
That's bold. I mean, I'm a Taurus, so I love being a Taurus.
He's a poet. I love all like
him and J. Cole.
Oh,
I would listen to them all day. Those are pure lyricists. I love it's almost like Kendrick Lamar gives you like a history lesson. Like you have to really listen to him and pay attention to what he's saying to understand the metaphors that he's using because he's giving you nothing but a history lesson. That's all he's doing.
Have you ever listened to? You haven't. I already know, but you should listen to.
You don't know what I've listened to.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. There is a podcast called. No, I can't.
I don't think you listen to it either.
Why can't I remember it? I love it. Anyway, there's this podcast where this really cute, nerdy white guy breaks down albums.
Nah, I haven't seen it.
Okay, I know. He breaks down albums, and it's a lot of rap albums, but he'll break down every song, and he does it in Kendrick's albums.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, it goes through the actual music, like if there's any samples or if the music sounds like this and what those notes typically mean and why it sounds like this, and then he breaks down the lyrics and what was going on in culture in that time or in his life and what means that. It's so interesting, and his the series that he does on Kendrick is so good.
That's awesome. I mean,
I remember what it's
not important.
I know.
That means you don't care.
That means I don't care. I just feel like
Timothée Chalamet.
No, that's usually it's called Give Me a Second. I can figure it out.
Oh, it's called Give Me a Second.
The
podcast.
internet. Dissect.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's all I got for you.
Interesting. Well, that's cool. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't listened to it, but I'm really excited for it. I listened to a little bit of the Bad Bunny album and a little bit of the Jack Harlow album.
Jack Harlow, I can't blame him, but he kind of like irritated me a little bit, and he showed his age. He was on some podcast, and they asked him about. He was talking about. I guess they were talking about Ray J and the Kim Kardashian situation prior to interviewing Jack Harlow, and then he gets on air and he's just like, "Well, yeah, what were y'all talking about with Ray J and Brandy? Like, what do they have to do with each other?" And they were like,
"Oh no,
they're brother and sister." And he was like, "Are you serious?" He was like, "Wait, Ray J." Wait, he was like, "Who's Ray J?" This is what he said. He said, "Who is Ray J's sister?" And I said, "Excuse the fuck out of me."
Oh no.
You mean who's Brandy's brother?
He's a child.
He's a child. And then they were like, Ray J and Brandy are brother and sister. He was like, I didn't know that. I seriously didn't know.
But I will, in our...
Don't ever refer to Brandy as Ray J's sister.
Oh, 100%.
It's who is Brandy's little brother.
The only thing Ray J gave us was Sexy Can I?
Sexy
Which is still a bop. It's just...
No, he came out with One Wish.
Oh, yeah.
That was a bop.
As a matter of fact, is that him? I was the one who said I love you first.
If I had one wish.
You know what?
Ray J actually has a really good voice.
Sorry, I misspoke. Those were two bangers.
And he has another, what was it, on Set It Off album, Can't Get Nothing Better, So Let It Go.
That one's a love song.
Everybody on the floor, lose control.
Hey.
That's his song. It was a really good song. He was young though. I think
he
it was
had
before
some bobs.
Revolution.
I will say, like, me growing up, I feel like the only reason I knew Brandy and Ray J were brother and sister is because, like, I was the tail end of, like, Moesha and stuff like that, to where I could put it together. No one younger than me fucking knows that.
Well, I mean, I just knew they were brother and sister because when she first came out with her very first album, Best Friend is about him.
Oh, can I be your best friend?
No, that's 50 Cent. Oh my, you're Jack Harlow. You're
it's the only best
Gen Z,
song
man.
I know.
No, yeah, but that song was about him.
Wow.
Yeah. And plus, they were always together. Like, they are, I mean, talk about a brother and sister duo. Listen, Brandy will kill you over Ray J.
I believe it.
Don't ever disrespect Ray J in her face.
Something showed up the other day it had to be on Instagram, like one of those slide through things, and it was like 7 times Brandy showed up for her brother.
Absolutely.
7 times Brandy's like for her brother.
Listen, they ride for each other, but I love the fact that she will keep him accountable even on film and will be like, you're making stupid decisions, bro. Like, just stop. Please stop. But yeah, they definitely ride for each other.
Jack Harlow, man.
He said it with such confidence. I don't know. Like, dude, you're in the music industry. Google.
He does social media very well. He does like Lil Nas X does, but more of like the interviews he has and the interactions he has with people and TikTok. Like, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's young and he knows how it works, and he knows his persona and like what people like about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't listened to any of his stuff, I won't.
First Class. You haven't heard that song?
Glamorous. That's what you call it. That's
but
Fergie.
he sampled it in his new song.
Oh no, I don't even listen to the original.
Okay.
That's all I care about.
Okay.
Yep. That's Fergie. Yep.
He's got Drake on his new album, so
still won't be listening.
I'm just saying.
But
Drake loves to live. Drake loves to like pluck these young people who are obsessed with him and be like, I'm young and fresh again, and here's what we're gonna do.
Here's the thing. I think Drake is obsessed with it. He's a narcissist, and he thinks other people are obsessed with him, and they're not. He's just like, who's obsessed with Drake?
A lot of people,
and they're just using him for a come up. They don't really like you, Drake.
True.
They don't like you. Again, Degrassi. No one really likes Drake. You have a bunch of money, and you make good music. But the ghostwriter, allegedly.
Will I be spending $90 on the candle that smells like him from his new candle line? Probably.
He has a candle line?
You didn't know that?
No.
That man has a whole candle line.
How long has he had a candle line out for?
Probably for like the last year.
No way. I did not know that.
It's called something. I don't know. Small World, One World, Wonderful World, Best Smelling Candle.
Degrassi. I don't know.
It's called Wheelchair Jimmy.
I can't.
Drake candle line. So he has probably just like 6 candles, really? But it's called Better World Fragrance House, and one of them smells like him, and of course that's the most expensive one. It's called Carby Musk.
No, I'm not about to buy a $90. You know who I would buy a $90 candle from? Rihanna, because everybody says she smells amazing.
She smells like Killian, the perfume.
Well, I'll go buy Killian.
Yeah.
Well, no, Killian is more than $90, so I'll buy the candle instead.
Yeah, you should buy the candle.
Yeah, cheaper. That cheaper option.
Rich people always smell good.
Not always.
You don't think? I have.
It depends on if they're participating in Bath Day.
I wonder what Beyonce smells like.
Oh, I'm quite sure amazing.
One day we'll find out.
Listen, you can't. There's certain things you need. You can't have if you're famous. Like you can't have bad breath if you're famous and you have money. Well, not just famous, money. If you are a millionaire and if you are rich, you cannot have body odor. You are too rich to have body odor. You are too rich to have bad breath. You are too rich to have nasty looking teeth. Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
You got too much money. Those things should be taken care of. First, listen, I had a double tooth. Guess what I did? Got my motherfucking teeth fixed. And I'm not even rich. I'm rich at heart right now. I'm not rich yet. I'm not wealthy yet. But
you got to invest in yourself.
Listen, I'll go into debt to get my teeth fixed. I ain't got time. No.
You just have to be, I don't know, a functioning adult to not have bad breath. So I expect that from.
Well, I mean, there's some people who have medical issues as to why they have bad breath. Seriously.
Halitosis.
But even beyond that, if they have digestive issues, acid reflux and stuff, yeah. Ugh. So there are some things that you can have great dental hygiene, but you just, have other issues. So, yeah.
That was me the other day at work. I could smell my coffee breath in my mask.
Listen, during the pandemic, when you don't eat and don't have snacks, and you put that mask back on, it'll humble you real quick.
Here's my thing. I get that, sweet, breathy, haven't had food mouth. Do you know what I mean? And I have my mask, I smell like a patient. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because it's dry mouth. It's disgusting.
Dry mouth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
I know what you're talking about. Yep. Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Well, anyway, anything else we need to talk about before we get out of here?
No, we're gonna have a good week. It's your birthday.
It's my birthday.
That means we're all celebrating.
It's my birthday.
We're almost done with Taurus season. Thank the Lord. I need a burst of energy. I've just been low, slow, not wanting to do shit.
I had cabin fever. That's why I had to get out of here today and at least go for a drive and
I've just been I can sit my ass at home and not do anything, which is okay. But I have so much stuff to do that I need I need crackhead energy back, and that's Gemini season. And
I did renew my license for PT.
Good job. I haven't done that. Woo-hoo. Sitting on my ass, not doing anything.
Yeah, I had to do it, and then I did my jurisprudence exam all over again, and oh god, it reminded me how much I hate doing that. But anyway, I did it, so it's renewed.
Yeah, I used to do that. It's giving me anxiety.
Yeah, you need to finish it before the 31st, or else you can't practice.
Okay, well, on that note, everyone go out there, do something nice for someone or yourself.
Or just buy me a gift for
do something nice for Monica for her birthday.
Absolutely.
We take Cash App, Venmo, Zelle.
Food stamps.
Nudes.
Absolutely.
Cupcakes.
Nothing but cakes.
Stocks, bonds.
Student loan payments.
Anything.
Marriage proposals.
Anything.
Mm-hmm. Cars, houses.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
We're not asking for much here.
No. Very, very simple stuff.
But, just remember to spread love.
Spread light.
And don't forget to laugh your face off.
It keeps getting hot and then it cools down and it gets hot and cools down.
Yeah. Because I was cool and now I'm it's kind of hot. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.